I've been hearing the term microgreens all around me. I see it online on my favorite social media sites and at my favorite restaurants. So I was intrigued. I don't understand exactly what it is. Of course, anytime I'm intrigued about something green, I come to you, Jesse, at Tonka Greenhouse, because I know you'll be able to help me out and help me learn.
Absolutely. So we're actually today going to talk about microgreens and sprouts. So first we need to know what the difference is.
Yeah, what is the difference?
So with sprouts, you're eating the seed, the root, the stem, and it's actually called a cotyledon. So it's not even the first true leaves.
Okay.
And then with microgreens, you're eating the first true leaves. So when they come up and they form their first two true leaves, you're eating the first true leaves and the stems.
So is it essentially a mini version of the mature plant?
Exactly. So it's just a miniature plant.
Okay.
And you can use all types of seeds. So here we have represented radishes, Swiss chard, spinach, lettuces are great. Kind of any of those herbs and lettucey things, leafy things, the leafy greens and things that you would eat all grown up. You can eat them as minis. And actually, microgreens and sprouts have like a ton of concentrated vitamins and nutrients, up to like 40% of the actual vegetable or, resulting food product.
Yes. How is this different from seed starting? Is it the same? Or?
It's not that much different.
Okay.
It's a quicker process. So you're not growing something to transplant outdoors, you're growing something to cut and eat right there in your home.
All right, tell me how I get started.
So do you want to start with sprouts or microgreens?
I want to start with microgreens.
Okay, so let's push these babies aside. We'll do that in a bit here. So you can start with a low plastic tray of some sort. This is just something random I came up with. We have an example here using a strawberry container. You could use like your salad clam things. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, just repurpose. I love it. So, yep.
Stuff from the grocery store. I think it's like actually really ironic to grow lettuce in a lettuce container.
I love it.
We're going to plant 3 different types of greens in our container. And I've chosen some different sized seeds because I think it's also really fun, especially for kids, to see what the seeds of the food that they eat looks like.
Yes.
So we have peas here, and those obviously look like peas,
yes.
Right? This is basil, and I've mixed up both a green and a purple basil.
Nice.
And so the plants that are going to have those colored leaves are going to have extra nutrients because those are like the anthocyanins and carotenoids and things that have a lot of nutrients. So
eat the rainbow, right?
Eat the rainbow,
yeah.
You got it. And then these are beets, and these beets have red leaves. So it's going to be actually kind of pretty too once it sprouts.
Before we get started with planting, can I ask what kind of soil and how you treated this?
So we just used an organic seed starting mix, so it's a little bit lighter and finer than potting soil. And I just filled the container all the way to the top, and I did wet it down already, so we're already halfway
moist.
there. It's
yes.
moist,
yes.
moistened,
yes.
okay? And so we're going to plant our seeds very densely, so you want them to kind of cover the whole surface, okay? So I'll just divide, and then we're just gonna pick our seeds and sprinkle them over the top, and we want to really, cover it densely. Okay?
That is full.
The thing that I think is really interesting is the microgreens actually taste like the vegetable or food product they become.
So even though I'm not going to grow an actual beet, you're telling me that the leaf is going to taste like a beet?
You got it. So we want to make this like dense thicket of microgreens, right? So you can't really screw this up. When you're planting outside, space ½ inch apart, thin to whatever. We don't have to worry about that stuff here, okay? Okay, and then the last step is just to cover the seeds lightly with our seed starting mix. Now if you're doing lettuces, lettuce needs light to germinate, so you won't want to cover those.
Okay.
You don't want to cover
so
those babies
if I was
up.
planting lettuce, I would just leave it without this. Okay.
Yep, so we'll just put a light sprinkling of the potting soil on top. I'll do it so you don't have to, we don't both have to get
dirty.
I usually have gloves. What was I thinking? Okay, so just a light covering. That might be a little thick, but that's okay. And then we'll
spritz it with water?
Give it a little spray. Get it nice and damp. And then the final step is to cover it with some saran wrap, or if this has a lid, you can shut the lid. And we're going to cover it for a couple of days until the seeds start to germinate. So that means they popped out of the seed and you can start to see a little green on top of the surface.
So cover it for a couple days, then as soon as I see green, I unwrap it?
Take it off, yep.
Here's the question of the day. How do you cut this?
Well, this is the Costco special. You just...
Did you see that? I always learn so many great new things when I come here.
I know, it's just unbelievable. So we'll cover it like that.
All right.
And then when they germinate, we'll uncover this, like we have uncovered these here. And see, even these, you can see they still have the little seed on top of them. So these aren't even their first true leaves. When that seed thing goes away and you see 2 leaves, that's when it's time to harvest. So now,
Harvesting. So is that trimming them, or how do I do that?
yeah, you would cut them down and rinse them off, clean them like you would clean lettuce, something like that. And so we have an assortment of microgreens here that I'm going to ask you to try and guess what they are.
Okay.
Based on the taste.
Quiz time. I'm
what
going
we
to try
like.
this. All right, ready?
Yes, do try that one.
I'm smelling it first. I know I'm not going to be able to guess what these are.
I think you might.
Is that a green bean? It's a pea?
Yes. You were close though, beans.
I know, it's, yeah.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of peas in my real life, but I actually would eat this over a pea. All right, then this one. Okay.
Eating that one leaf is like eating 40 peas.
40 peas?
Well, not
40 peas in this
not
one
really.
leaf.
Well, right? Because if the nutrients are dense down, that's probably an exaggeration, but
The point is, there's a lot of bang for your buck. And you know what I love about this? These could easily go in the smoothies I make for my kids.
smoothies, they
and
wouldn't
would-
even know.
Correct.
You can guess this one. Come on.
Okay.
It's a leafy thing.
Okay.
Rhymes with hail.
Kale.
Got it.
Kale is so sharp when it's fully grown. This is a really great way to eat kale. Okay.
Okay, and last.
And this guy. That's lettuce, right? No.
Keep chewing.
Oh, I don't like it. Is it a rat? What is it? A radish?
You got it.
Oh, I still don't like radishes even when they're a microgreen.
But isn't it good and spicy?
It is spicy.
Delicious, right?
I love it. Jesse, I loved learning about this, and I'm definitely going to do it because I bet you anything my local grocery store would charge me a lot of money for these microgreens, and I think I can do
Just
it
a couple
on my own.
bucks. Seed packet is a couple bucks.
Thank you so much for teaching me about this. I'm sorry I still don't like radishes.
That's okay. There's still time for you.
And we ran out of time. We did not talk about sprouts. However, you're telling me it's very easy. Instructions are on the back of the package.
Super easy. Package, seed jar, sprouting lid, water.
Easy. Okay, and people can just go to thehappyhouse.com. We'll post the information there.
Awesome.
Jesse, I can't wait to do my next project with you.
Me either.